So in honor of this week's episode of Gintama, having the chapter that I first started my manga chapter videos for Gintama. Ladies and gentlemen, there was a good old time when Stray Dogs was released, and I was ready. I came up in here, sat in a chair that no longer exists thanks to this series, and then to bring you, Gintama greatness. That's right. Look at this thing. Yo, I saw this at the store. I couldn't look at that, bro. Look at that. We're ready, man. Look at this. This is life. Now, whenever I'm blasting No 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 in the car, people are gonna be like, "What series is that from?" I'll be like, "Bam! Let's go!" This week's episode of Gintama was straight up awesome, man. From the Yamazaki moments to one of my favorite. For some reason, I really love this moment. Whenever Sogo catches Kagura from falling, I absolutely adore that moment. And even with Kondo and Zero working together, greatness. Even though I preferred that particular panel in the manga, whenever they whoosh, we no longer have anyone else that can stand up to us, because it's true. And to me, I prefer that. I prefer that panel, and because the thing about this arc is, you guys have to realize that Sorachi's art was on a whole nother level for this arc. But this episode has some really good art too. I love the art on Nobume's face a couple times. Gintoki's face was pretty cool. There was this one particular scene that had me so hyped. When they're up there and Gintoki's telling Hijikatsu to go on ahead because he's gonna take care of the crows, the dumps, the left behind, the little pieces of shit that the crows left behind, and he tell Kondo to go on. I mean, not Kondo, Hijikatsu to go on ahead. And Sogo's on the same thing. He's like, I am... Dude. And then he proceeds to call him Vice Chief. Oh my god. But regardless of that. That particular portion right there was so hype. Because all of them are going in. My boy Saito's going. Saito and Elizabeth, man. They're going in. All of them are going in. And then Gintoki rushes up there and gets right in front of Obro's face. Dude, and they're about to clash. And then the other side, we had Nobume and Sogo. And the facial expressions and the animation that happened right there, I loved it. I had to replay that back. I was like, yeah, especially Sogo. When I saw Sogo's face, I was like, yeah. So that was freaking awesome. The end of the chapter, Mountain Zaki, voice actor, did it perfect. Absolutely loved it. And next week's going to be awesome. Next week is going to be really, really fun. Well, it's going to be sad, but it's going to be fun as well. Because we're actually going to be able to see how the Shinsengumi was created and whatnot. They were known as the Hiroshingumi, which is very, very interesting. And Isaburo was always there, something with Katsura was always there. And I love how Matsudaira is just that dude, man. He just wanted this place for all these guys who had nowhere else to go to actually have a purpose. And that's really, really awesome sauce. But that was directly correlated with Sasaki Isaburo and his mindset and what he was looking for and whatnot. So it's really, really awesome how all of this connects with the rivalry we know the Mimiwari Gumi and the Shinsengumi have, and the entire story coming together, and it's really, really fun. But man, dude, the time is here. The Tendo, listen, man, the Naraku are here. It's ready to go down. Freaking Obro has released the crows. Saito and Elizabeth are going in. Mountain Zaki, and I can't wait to continue that flashback next week. I really, really can. He's just he's hilarious the way that I love Kondo, man, especially when he said it's like whenever he said I only serve to protect one, to my comrades. I would never hurt one of them. I just protect them. And then he turns around and he's like, "What? Hey, I'll just let you know, these swings, they can kill someone." He saw my boys in their day. Chikata and Soku, they hit the floor. Those swings can kill someone. And the after scene in the preview was awesome sauce as well. Dude, Yamazaki's my dude. I love that. Mountain Zaki freaking for the win. I absolutely love that flashback. But next week's gonna be a lot of fun. But overall for this week, I really, really enjoyed it. Yo, and those soundtracks, bro, that just got released. The full soundtracks got released. The final two, one of them's gonna be for 550, bro. I know. 550 is it for my manga readers is going to have the soundtrack from the first portion of the arc. You know, the very very first scene. Dun, 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 I promise. And then the other track is gonna be for 544. It has to be the track, bro. You guys know what the track is. You guys, the track for the man, the myth, and the legend. That soundtrack has to go to that, man. And that's coming up soon. Yo, that's coming up soon, and that's gonna be crazy. Yo, that introduction is gonna be extremely hype. But overall, guys, really enjoyed this week's episode of Gintama, man. Seriously, my boy Zura, his line whenever he said, I just have another belly button. I was like, that's why I love this guy. So yeah, man. Overall, Gintama winning this week. What more can I say? I just absolutely love the bond between within the Shinsengumi members, man. Hijikata and so Sogo for me. Really did it this episode. Whenever he saved Kagura, just launched her, and then the step scene. Whenever Yamazaki's like, "Are you using me as a stepping stone in life?" Like, he just gets stomped on by Ichikata and Sogo. It's just hilarious stuff. Really brought back like that classic feel for Gintama. And I was just having a blast just watching all of this go down. I loved it. I think the reason being is because usually I do watch Gintama episodes on like a regular basis. Like, I'll go back and rewatch it, but my rewatch has been cut short due to time constraints and me being so busy doing other things. So actually having this episode, man, look at this. Just look at the shirt, bro. I have my boys on here. Look at this. Zenzu! I mean, I got that Shinsengumi right here. It's beautiful. I love this thing. I wear it with pride, alright? I wear it with pride. Go Tama. But I just absolutely loved this week's episode. I mean, I really have no other words I can say. Just, I loved it. Because the thing is it was my weekly experience for Gintama. And after the latest chapter, I really needed it. And if you guys are manga readers, then you definitely know what I'm talking about. The last chapter was heartbreaking. So that really needed the comedy in this week's episode on the AwesomeSauce, the epic one-liners. Zura's one-liner was awesome. Mountain Zaki for the win. Gintoki, man, always with a savage face. Whenever he went after Overall, I had chills. I was like, let's go. And then Nobume and Sogo, just it's beautiful. I just can't wait, man. I can't wait until the rest of the stuff gets animated, because it only just gets better from here, guys. It really does. And the Pharaoh Shinsengumi arc is getting hype. Next week's gonna be greatness. But I want you guys to look out. You know, the episode for me gets a fantastic sauce. I absolutely loved it from beginning to end. The soundtrack that played when with Kondo and Katsura. Whenever he told him, like, I got you, and he lifted him up, and he said, you know, we're getting out of here together. That was awesome. I love that song. I now correlate that completely with Kondo. Seriously, I love that soundtrack. But when it comes to, there's going to be a future episode, I promise they're going to name an episode this. They have to. Please do it for me. When an episode in the preview is called Memories of the Sword, fear for your lives, ladies and gentlemen. That's all I'm gonna say. Have an awesome of a day. Go Tama. Episode 312 gets a fantastic sauce from me. Long live the greatness. It's just I just had so much fun with this week's episode, guys. Seriously. And I think it is because I went through a withdrawal of having almost no Gintamas. I just loved it, man. It just reminded me why I love this series so much. And the Zura portion, the Zura Kondo, Sogo, dude, that animation, I just can't explain, bro, how much I love that scene. Whenever Gintoki was explaining about the crow dumps, and then I am okay to Sogo, and then he just rushed after him. Gintoki, no, bro. I could talk about this all day. You guys have enough this video. I cannot wait for next week, yo. I'm doing a reaction next week. I'm doing a reaction probably from here on out, just for good old memory's sake. Since I no longer have those videos on my channel, I'm gonna have to do reactions from here on out, just for good old time's sake, man. But you guys have an awesome day. Great Gintama AwesomeSauce for the win. Yeah!